This is an episode of Brutally Honest. I'm Lloyd, one of your hosts.
Ricardo. And Scott. And we have a guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Cindy. I go under Cindy's Beauty Glam as well.
And, we decided to bring her on because she's been a supporter since almost day one.
Yes.
Basically, since, we had that episode with Diego. We'll talk about that later.
Diego.
I said in the last episode, it was just audio because we had a scheduling conflicts. They had stuff to do. Yeah. But luckily, we were able to get Scott. And I forgot to mention, we have our man Isaac in the back as a cameraman. Episode 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken, you came
2 or 3.
2 or 3. And he has his own little project that eventually he'll talk about it soon.
Yep.
I'm not going to say it. But, how's the movie, guys? How's the scenes?
Wait, which movie?
The one that you came from.
Today. The one with,
Like, are we not supposed to?
I thought you meant another one. It went okay. There was just a bunch of time wasting, lack of time management, and it was a really small crew, which is fine. I prefer a small crew because that means less people to it just means less distractions, right? Yeah. It's better to have a big crew to work with a bunch of people, but you get more distracted. No, but it went great. I'm pretty sure the guy got what he needed. We've been at it for a couple weeks, so yeah. Mm-hmm. I had to wear the zombie makeup again. I hate wearing makeup for movies.
I think I heard this one and the other one too. It's kind of like deja vu, the zombie.
No, I really don't like it. No. If I have to do it, I'll do it. Yeah. But I'm not a fan. I feel so anxious
just to get it off.
Yeah, I have to get it off.
You look beautiful.
Show me
your Tinder profile.
It's not Tinder, it's Bumble.
Oh, okay. So you know what? As long as it gets you the date, it doesn't really matter. You need a haircut, man. What? You need that fade again. Sorry. I gotta get one too. Well, Cindy, why don't you just tell everybody about you?
Okay, so first of all, I'm from Compton, born in Compton, raised in South Central. Came from California to El Paso. We decided to come over here because the riots were super bad over there in California. Just go to win. So since my dad is a truck driver, he decided to bring us to El Paso. It was way far out of our league, with your families over there, but little by little everybody started coming over here. So now we're in El Paso where it's no drive-bys, no nothing. It's very calm. Very calm. I'm gonna lie, the first time that we came here, we stood out I think at 6 in the morning, just chilling on the porch because it was so calm.
Really?
We just couldn't believe it. It's
taking advantage of the environment.
Mm-hmm. We did that for a week straight, just being there out there for 6 in the morning.
Well, how bad was Compton? I know
Oof.
it has a history, obviously, through hip hop and rap and drive-bys and everything. But how bad was it to the point where?
It was to the point. I was born in Compton, and where we were raised is in South Central. So there, it was to the point where you couldn't even go outside because literally they were shooting. There was this time when our family were chilling outside. We had a little cookout, and I'm not gonna lie, the shots started from one street to the other corner, and everybody just ducked down. It was bad. It was bad, dude.
Do you think that they kind of stopped having press over there? Because it sounds. I know from a certain time the media was saying that Compton, South Central, that area has calmed down. It's no longer dangerous.
Actually,
from what you're telling us.
Yeah. No, when we were over there, it was actually pretty bad. Once we came over here, 3 years afterwards, I started reaching out to my friends, and they were saying that it was completely different. Everything calmed down. Everything.
That's you're the reason.
I came over here and it's calm.
Let me go get my. I have it ready just in case.
And then you guys have heard now it's getting crazy, so I was like, what does this mean? Because we came over here?
Yeah, just a little. And especially because you're on the other side of town. That's the town that's been getting hit a lot.
You never know. Just kidding.
How do you like El Paso?
I honestly like it because, it's not like we have beaches and all that. That's one thing I do miss from California. Going to the beach every Saturday and Sunday, my family and us, we would go. But in here, I could say it's a little bit more calm, more relaxing. Jeff sucks, but
Yeah, I think that's the only thing. I think we talked about that, right? The job offering here.
Oh yeah,
El
that's
Paso.
like
That's a lot of it's either construction, call centers, or oil, just to get good paying jobs.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's basically out of
And
our
it's
comfort
crazy
zone.
because over there, like you can get a good job, but the pay, like having to pay for the house or rent, is like
It's the cost of living is
ridiculous,
different.
yeah.
Though.
yeah.
Like what, $4 a gallon almost? 1 point.
Something like that, yeah. So it's like it's kind of like a big difference. You come here,
And we're here bitching about 219,
Right?
210 compared to 4,
yeah,
390.
yeah, that's true, yeah.
So what do you do on the side? I mean,
On the side, well, besides the retail that I work, I do makeup. I do special effects as well when it comes to the holidays or Halloween. In case if you guys follow me, you'll see more of the Halloween special effects looks. Yeah, and then other than that, I also dance. I used to be in a dance crew a long time ago, and we all broke up, not for personal reasons, but we just kind of, I guess, we just like started growing up.
Right.
And then I'm the one that stood out still for like for dancing. I dance every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's another thing.
Are there any styles that you like dance or just
Hip hop.
Hip-hop.
Hip hop, yeah, mostly hip hop. Hip hop, which is include pop locking.
B-boy?
Huh?
B-boy.
Yes. Well, no, we're not that, but
Oh,
like the
Excuse me?
like no, I'm not that level yet.
What do you mean you're not like a step up? Step
Well,
up
kind
movies?
of, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
No, well, I've noticed that you post. Why don't you post a lot of dance? Like, do you?
I'm
you
gonna
post,
start.
Like choreograph or just freestyle?
No, just freestyle. Yeah, that's freestyle. If whatever comes to my mind, I just play the music. I just start shooting with my phone and whatever comes.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. So it's like a freestyle, pretty much.
So how'd you feel when I asked you like?
I'm not gonna lie, I was honest because the name says it all. Brutally honest, like, oh shoot, what am I walking into?
About to get grilled.
Right, it's like, dang.
No, I mean I did tell you, pre-recording, that we were gonna ask you some questions. Kind of put you on
okay.
the spot.
I'm ready. What's up?
Alright, well, go ahead. Guys, have any questions?
I got one. So, what puts you out differently from other makeup artists out there?
From other makeup artists, it would actually put me out differently because it's something that is very unique that I do, my own style. So it's like everybody's used to like almost the same style. And mine is very different, like more dramatic, like, hey, I'm here, you know, as soon as you come through the doors, it's like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
So that's something that
Okay. And do you do everything? Oh, yeah, you obviously have to do everything by hand, right? There's no way of stenciling anything.
no.
No, like all the lines you have right here on here.
Oh yeah, this is like some freestyle stuff that I do.
Okay.
It's just whatever comes to your mind, like just as dancing, the same thing with the makeup.
Okay.
What kind of made you want to start getting into makeup?
I started following this YouTuber. I don't even know if I could pronounce her name, but she goes by May Famous or something like that. And I saw her style and getting how she would start. From where she started at MAC, and then she quit MAC and started the YouTuber. And I don't know, something just gave me like, you can kind of do this, but still you can kind of step up your game. So I'm not gonna lie, I did struggle a lot to learn this. It wasn't from one night to morning. And this is another thing that I can tell every makeup artist, like, it doesn't happen from one night to another. It takes a process for you guys to keep on doing the makeup. Just keep going at it. Trust the process. The more blending, the better. But just keep patient on it.
You
It'll
know,
get better.
you tell me about the whole makeup kind of reminds me of what you do, Scott. And I mean, in the essence of the process. I mean, obviously for you, it would be making the movie,
Right.
and, directing, having make sure the production goes well, the writing, storyboarding, and then for her, the color schemes, the techniques. Kind of sounds like it's almost same game, different rules.
Like I guess what you're trying to say is that there's a lot of prep work to do.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
To give out a final product or final thing for the public.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, I agree. I mean, I do see, like I said, that prep work that you have to do, because when you see the finished product, right, whether it's a movie or like makeup, you think, oh man, like it turned out amazing, but sometimes it's like a trial and error, I guess.
Yeah. The slightest mistake, and it's like,
So one thing I want to ask you, I don't need to be brutally honest, but I remember a long time ago I heard this girl like talk about makeup. She was talking about like how the process of like girls doing makeup, and I remember one thing that stood out to me was that she said, yeah, there's always a time there's always at least a point when girls first start doing their makeup that they look like clowns.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
but I don't mean to.
I fall in that category.
Was there
That
ever,
subject.
like, has there ever been a moment where, like, you kind of look at, like, the kind of professional makeup you try to do, like, the special effects, where you kind of have that mentality, like, not that you bring yourself down, but you say to yourself, oh, man, like, you know, that wasn't really the best, or, because I've had that, you know, not with the makeup, but, you know, with other stuff, where I look at the things I've done, and I'm like, oh, my God, dude, like, did I just seriously do that?
Yeah, like I'm telling you, like it is a process. When you start, yes, you're not gonna be like super badass or anything. Like you're gonna make mistakes. Like when I first started, I thought I did my makeup good. We went to a restaurant, and then people would say I literally had 2 black eyes. So I was like, oh shit. So I guess this is not good, right? So I keep going and going and going on it. And it's interesting that you said that about the special effects, because a while ago I did the special effects for some movie here in El Paso. They haven't shoot anymore, but I did their makeup, and I was so freaking nervous that day. Like it's a phone over there. But I had supporters, and they're like, hey, you can do it, or whatever. But I just literally just saw everything white. Like the 2 directors, they were just staring at me. They wouldn't say nothing like, was it going good or bad? And I was just like, oh my gosh, please tell me it is going right. It was a point where I was just like this, and I was doing, it was kind of like, their thing was like to a burn that someone threw hot water. And I was like this with the brush, and I just started kind of like, right there, I just hold it for like a few minutes. Like I just blanked out completely. I was like, is good? Like I couldn't see nothing to like on the back. The people were just kind of like, hey, like keep on it, you know? But I just saw everything white. I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And then I was like, you know what? Let's just keep on and see what it finished. When I looked back, and the directors were like looking at me, they were like, dude, you did freaking awesome. I was like, oh my gosh. So like they took forever to say that.
Yeah.
So I was so freaking scared. I was like, because I don't know if they're gonna like it or not. And directors are super like picky with their stuff. So when they're like, dude, you nailed it, you killed it, and blah blah blah, I was like, oh my god, that makes me feel good.
Because
But it is
like,
a process.
that confirmation.
Yes.
To say
Because you never know if you think your work is good, but then damn, it's I don't know if they're gonna like it.
No,
Or they're gonna meet their standards.
I heard this saying in the morning from the Gary Vee podcast that he heard it from somebody. You're never as good as you think you are, but you're always as bad as they say you
Yes.
are.
Yeah.
And I kind of, now that you're telling me that kind of
clicks.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
like,
and it's scary. It's scary because you think you did so awesome, and then let's say that they didn't like it. They're just gonna be like, well, it was okay, you know.
Maybe we'll call you. Man.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
They're like, damn, I screwed up. I'm like, shoot.
It's alright. I guess my question is, what made the makeup artist area grow up, like blow up so fast? Like I was telling you earlier, pre-recording, this shit fucking came out of nowhere. Like girls were going from making Vine videos and regular videos to just making makeup artists and, you know, saying follow me here, follow me this, do that. Here's
I feel like there's always been makeup videos, so.
but not to the
Not to the extent.
Yeah,
like
to
the
the
extent that it is
extent,
now.
yeah,
The
to
market.
Capitalizing on it.
Like before, it was maybe like 1 in a dozen, like one.
I'm guessing also it has to do a lot with how they talk. It also includes that into them because like for instance what's her name, Kylie Jenner. Like I hear a lot of them that they do how she does her content like is very interesting. So it's like if you have someone that is born like, okay you guys, so today we're gonna start this and blah, blah. So it takes a lot to like putting work from doing makeup and plus what you gotta say to entertain them to keep watching your channel.
Because it's kind of the way of saying, why should I keep watching your channel?
Yeah. You have to give them something for them to be coming back to your channel.
Why can't I just exit and go on another and go watch something else?
And then also too, you have to think like different ideas. Because if you just keep doing the same, they're like, oh, she's doing the same thing, so why should we even follow her?
The one thing I gotta have on that girl Kylie, I know a lot of girls gave her shit because she came out with first millionaire, something like that. The way I look at it is, she had a lot of money, but there's been a lot of rich kids that don't do nothing with that money. They just fucking spend it, and once their parents, you know, cut them off, or they hit the ground 6 feet deep, that money is nowhere. It's not being reinvested. It's not being laundried. It's just there.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, I kind of give her props that she took advantage of the fame and money. Fuck it, I'll build my own brand from here.
Yeah.
I mean, in the same way, she technically didn't start on nothing, but she did.
Yeah, she invested it really good because I mean, look at her now what she's at. Like a lot of people are buying her stuff.
I mean, if you look at Kim K's mom was fucking marketing.
Yeah.
She's the devil. She knows how to
She's
market
the
her fucking family's issues.
Yeah.
She's the one that, I don't know if you guys knew, she's the one that sold the sex video.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It was her. She
Oh,
said it. She's like,
shit.
I'll sell you to this. I forgot the website at the time. She said, I'll sell it to you for this much, and I want this
Wow.
much back.
Yeah, speaking
Wow.
of Chris, dude, I remember I love that one meme where they show her at the OJ trial, and it says oh, like Chris Jenner, she's out there at her ex-boo's trial, being represented by her husband.
Oh yeah, so that shit.
Sitting next to her next boo, which was bruised. It was like
Oh my
whole
God,
level
wow.
100 or something.
Oh yeah.
That was the funniest thing ever.
But to me, that woman, as much as a lot of people, I gotta give it to the mom for being a good aunt. She knew how to market the shit out. That family one. I remember Kim K being. I heard this from some guy named Patrice O'Neal back in the day, 09. He was talking about how she became Paris Hilton's best friend, to completely overshadowing her as a public brand, like as a brand.
Wow.
Like nobody knows about Paris Hilton
Yeah,
anymore,
yeah.
and she
Yeah,
was
nobody
the
does,
thing
yeah.
back in 2004, 2006.
That's true.
And her best friend came over and cut the head off, and now Paris Hilton's name is it's not worth anything, but Kim Kardashian's name is
Yeah, they
worth.
expanded. Yeah,
It's
It's
that's
worth.
crazy.
It's worth. I mean, yeah, she wasn't technically a self-made, but she made her own product go out there. Same thing with her sister.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as much as some people like to give her shit,
She was smart too.
she was smart. I mean, now she had her own clothing store,
Mhm.
her own clothing line, and then she has her makeup, I think.
Yeah, her makeup.
And she has her own app, like her
Mhm.
own fashion app. I mean,
Oh shit.
you might
That's
as well.
cool. That's cool. Yeah.
And it was in that movie, Straight Outta Compton, where he's like, the guy playing Easy, he said there's no such thing as bad publicity. It's just publicity.
Yeah.
Because even in the bad timing, your name is still being thrown out there.
Yeah,
People are still
yeah,
gonna
that's
remember
true.
it.
They're hating or they love
They'll be
it.
like, oh, what do you mean he did this or she did this? And they're gonna look you up, and then shit, they might even agree with you and then disagree with whatever they're trying to
Mm-hmm.
throw your name on you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me. I know. I just kind of want
It's
to.
like this whole Trump thing.
Yeah, basically.
Side note, yeah.
I mean, as much as people don't like him, the whole bad media coverage, everything they try to do to cover him bad, kind of won him the election.
Yeah.
They couldn't keep his name out of his mouth, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just don't give people publicity, and they don't get power. They don't get fame.
That's true. Wow.
On a side note, I know totally unrelated to the podcast or any topic.
No, that's
Did you guys hear about that?
Get out.
That Trump RV that was selling all the Trump merch? It got vandalized like yesterday, or the night before. Like somebody trashed it with the family inside.
Where?
I don't know where exactly. I just remember reading it today at work. I was looking at the headline and I was like, oh shit.
Wasn't I with you when it was like near your house?
No, that was something else. I think it was just
No, he was there.
Oh no, yeah. He was parked by the Rudies.
Yeah, he was parked
Yeah.
like at the corner. And that guy parks everywhere. Well,
Yeah, and he saw it.
I think that's still bad, just to vandalize someone's property.
Yeah,
I
I
guess-
like his whole family was in there, according to the report.
I mean, if you don't like that,
that's
if you don't
smart.
like Trump, cool. But don't go attacking somebody's home,
Yeah,
basically, at this
that's
point. Because if you let something like that go, someone's gonna think, well, this person did that. Let me take it a step further and probably start throwing stuff and try to hurt one of the family members.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
the worst
scary
part.
though.
Because they said they were just, I think, just hanging out inside the RV, and they just heard like a loud crash, and they like ran out and they saw like the windows were all busted in, their side mirrors.
You're just proving that guy's point.
Yeah.
When it comes to the argument that the left is intolerable.
And there was no one inside. Right?
No, the family
No, I
was
think
there.
the family was inside.
Oh wow.
See, that makes it even worse.
Wow.
It just proves his point. Well, if he's arguing that point that the left is very intolerable, no, we're the more progressive, tolerant. Yeah, but let me go ahead and throw windows at your house because I don't agree with your political views.
Yeah, exactly.
That person,
side trip, but my bad.
no, that person just shot that side of the political spectrum in the
Just
foot. It just added more
Wow,
gas.
that's freaking scary.
It was like when I went to the Trump rally, and then the only time I ever felt like afraid or threatened or like
Was around the process.
yeah, it was when I was walking by the protesters. Like, even before that, it was like whatever. But as soon as I walked by the protesters, you know, racist pigs, motherfuckers.
It just came from Chico's. What do you mean?
a lady with a bullhorn telling us to, you know, be civil, don't throw anything. The police are here to protect you, and that was the only time I ever felt like, fuck, dude, some shit might go down. Even before that, like nothing ever happened. Yeah, sure, of course, you know. Being in a room of Trump supporters, yeah, you can be a little annoyed after a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, but besides that, you know, the only time I ever felt afraid was during that time.
Yeah, that was why I was like, I wonder if something's gonna go down.
I'm surprised that besides the bomb threat, but I don't know if that was related. That was unconfirmed. They didn't even throw it in the news. I don't think.
I don't remember even hearing about that.
Nah, there was a bomb threat at Sun Metro across from my
Yeah.
job.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's. I think they just found it was just a dud, like.
No, it was
like a
just a
hoax.
dud or just a hoax, but yeah, it was funny.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Okay, you know, before we go off
I
topic,
know, right?
we tend to do a lot on the podcast, and I've been hearing that a lot.
Well, that's what it's about, you know, like talk about
It's a
information.
natural thing.
It's just a natural. It's gonna, course correct or course direct
Yeah.
to whatever the conversation is going. For other makeup artists that you met here, other than the one that you told me that you, I think, met at your store, have you met any other ones that you're kind of like they're just using this not for the love of it, for the hobby, or for whatever the reason, but mostly for money?
Yeah.
I don't know if you met any that just want to do it for money and say fuck, like.
Honestly, no, I haven't heard anyone else. Not that I know of from here in El Paso, because I'm like, I don't drive like, hey, you know, it's mostly like kind of low key what I'm at.
Yeah.
But what about like on social media?
Social media, I haven't heard no one from Texas. I mean, I have a lot of people from California that are there, but no one from here from Texas. Not that I know of.
Do you think the market's big in El Paso for makeup art? Social media wise.
Well, in here in El Paso, honestly, I will say kind of no, because I haven't heard anyone. And then if, like, for instance, if someone were to be like more makeup artists, they somehow link them to me like, hey, look at this girl, check out this woman out, her makeup. But I haven't heard anyone. Not that I know of. Or maybe they're just starting off like me, waiting for like to pop up or
Because
get big.
I mean, honestly, you're pretty much one of the first ones in El Paso, other than the one that we talked about, other than that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
Yeah, she's bigger than I am, way bigger.
I mean, you're literally one of the only ones because everyone else.
That makes your presence like known. Online.
Yeah, no, you know what? I was saying like a lot of them. I mean, there is plenty of them, but they're not like willing to kind of like step out of their comfort zone like me. Like a lot of people, for instance, where I work at, they're like, I couldn't pull that off. Like I can pull those colors off. And then I always tell them like I try to encourage them like, hey, you know what? I started off like that. You never see me wearing this colors like back then. Or black, because I'd be like, it looks like one just socked me in the lips or so. Yeah, it's like, but I guess it's like having to, a lot it has to matter with loving yourself first, instead of having like to make sure it's, confidence.
That's crazy because I feel like all that, it kind of ties into everything. Like if you truly want something, you do it, whether it's your comfort zone or not, because just like in the podcast, like us, we weren't really comfortable talking. Nobody really.
See, like if
I'm not the type of person to be
confident.
like, hey, I'm gonna record myself and throw it out there where everybody can judge me and shit. I've never been that person.
To be honest, when we brought him in for the second episode, it was the most natural sounding one.
Really? Wow. That's a gift from
really
you.
Like he right away got into
That's
it.
awesome. That's
But
awesome.
like me, like I told you earlier, that before this, I'm never comfortable in front of a camera or microphone. And now I'm more comfortable. If you see episode 1 to now,
It's like a lot different. A lot different.
But like I told you earlier, after the video, I don't want to hear myself. I don't want to see myself. You guys,
It's
whoever,
trip.
video editor, I don't
It's
care.
trip.
Do your thing. I don't want to hear myself. Because then I start thinking, maybe if I change my tone of voice at this part, I wouldn't sound this way. Maybe if I changed the way I said this, maybe it would have sounded. I'll just say, fuck it. It is what it is.
Wow.
However it came out.
That's funny because like even when I'm like editing videos for us, I don't I don't particularly listen to everything we're saying or I try not to pay attention. I have in the background just if I hear something I need to edit, I'm like, okay, I need to edit this. But even then, like with our broadcast, like this is probably gonna be our heaviest edit just because we kind of messed up in the beginning on my end on my computer. But
I'm kidding.
I know, I'm just waiting for that light to turn off because I know it's gonna die soon. But we got the backups going. But yeah, it's like crazy. I don't like hearing my voice too much, but like hearing the podcast, it's kind of like crazy how we got from like not doing anything to like, oh shit, we actually like our first video ever,
It looks so
5+
exciting.
views.
Wow. I'm good.
You're like falling asleep over there, man.
I mean, he just got back from being busy, so.
As for hearing myself, bro, yeah, it is a little jarring when you have to listen to yourself. There is a difference though when you hear yourself being recorded from a phone to like an actual like an actual studio. Like there is a difference in quality, and maybe that's why I've been like more like lenient on hearing myself. But yeah, there's always that feeling when you hear yourself like, oh man, do I really talk like that?
Because I think in person you think you sound one way.
Yeah.
And then once we hear it,
you're like, oh, delete.
I mean, I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that it has to do with the way your voice is like echoing inside your head at the same time, like how it echoes around you. I don't know.
I never heard that.
I don't know why. I don't know how there's. I've always wondered, like, what do singers think when they hear themselves sing?
Interesting question.
Like how do they like a good singer, you know, not like a bad singer, but like.
Because I know like there was this girl back in high school that she had an amazing voice. She was singing the national anthem for her graduation. The only thing is she's never sang like that, and so like we graduated on the football field, so you have the speakers going, and she's hearing your voice, and she just never. She did her best as she could in the circumstances, but she's never heard a voice like that, and that's something like people gotta notice. Like when you're recording something, if you have it in your ear, like if we were to plug in a headphone and not hear us as we're talking, it'd be kind of weird.
Yeah. But that's something I've just been more used to. Like I've gotten more used to it as time went on. Just hearing myself talk, it's whatever, and I trip out because I'll hear myself talk. Like I look back at some of the episodes, and I'm always feeling like I talk so slow, and like if I'm stoned or something, and I mean it's just stuck, you know, like it's just like permanent now. That like stone kind of talking when you're talking slow.
When you think you're talking slow, then you hear the recording, you're like,
yeah,
I'm talking a bit slow.
Dude, why is that high?
Well, let me talk.
Ricardo.
I'm gonna start tapping on the table now every time we talk slow. All of us.
Gonna kill people's ears and shit.
It's alright, they'll be alright. They can stop bitching at that point then. No, but back to the makeup artist. I think that the reason I ask a lot if there's any that you know is because a lot of girls are fans of it in this city, but I mean, none of them have really kind of taken the approach of becoming becoming a brand, making themselves a brand.
Yeah,
They post pictures and you know of themselves in makeup, but they don't say, you know what, maybe let me try a picture and try to put myself out there.
I think it's just a lot of follow through because I have a bunch of girls who they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do my video tutorials, guys, on YouTube, this and that. And I'll like go check it out. I'll be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Let me go see. They'll post one video and after that, silence.
Because there's a lot of hard work to it.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially when you come down and say, yeah, I'm gonna make videos of this. I'm gonna do a YouTube series of my makeup, and just not makeup, but like anything, right?
Yeah.
You don't realize how much work it really is. You don't realize how much time you're really going to be spending looking at, like, editing yourself, looking at yourself, like, for hours at a time. You know how mind-boggling it can be. Like, it's fun in theory to discuss about it, but to actually pull it through, that's something else.
Like, if a lot of them are not willing to invest time. Into it.
Exactly. Like, once you realize the time that you're going to invest, I mean, like, that's when it becomes a little, like, disheartening, I guess. Like not encouraging enough, and that's how you get people that you try to look at their videos and it's only like one.
Yeah.
One 5 years ago.
And then the current one like 3 months ago.
And then it's a big difference. A lot of them they decide to shoot live because you don't have to edit.
Yeah.
And then for me, I'm willing to step out to take more of my time to edit on the YouTube So I guess it's a lot of work having, how you said, a lot of work having to edit and everything. But it's like I'm willing to step out to see how far could I take this.
I think that comes when there's two audience. The audience that loves raw and raw material, and the ones that love edited and more edited content out there.
Yeah, and it's crazy because a lot of them, they for some reason get more viewers when they're going live. For me, I can freaking get those views when I'm going live. It's just like literally one or two. It's like, God damn it, you guys. So it's hard. It is hard.
I guess at that point you know, okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing a lot of live episodes, but I get more viewership if I do more contained, produced, cleaned out episodes or videos or whatever you're gonna do. Because if I were to post videos, I would most likely just do them raw, unedited. But if you heard me burp, you heard me half hour. Because the way I would think about it for that type of audience, they're gonna know that I'm human. I'm not, trying to make myself be perfect out there. I have my flaws like everybody. Start talking, tumble over my words. Have little deficiencies. But a lot of them like that. They're like, hey, this is somebody that acts like me, probably thinks the same way, and talks like me. Maybe I'll follow this person instead.
That's how Trump became president.
It's gonna become huge. No, but I mean that would just be for maybe my type of audience, because I'm that type of person that hey, don't edit, just fucking throw it out there.
A little perfection wouldn't hurt.
No, but to me, that's just more of it. It's just fucking. I know I would lose I could probably gain a lot more viewerships and a lot more members. But to me, it's just I'd rather invest that time to another episode. Yeah. Or since I'm the most of the social marketing for the podcast, let me invest that time instead of editing this video I just did. Let me just go ahead and do the market for the next one, right. Or invest that time to bring in another guest. Let me start trying to get somebody to come in. Instead of wasting 5 hours on me trimming one clip, one piece to a piece, just because it did.
Well, when you have more people helping you out, that's
that's different. Yeah. But I mean, if it was just me, I would just be throwing it out there. Yeah. But obviously, we all do our own little thing. We all work our separate jobs. Yeah. So it's not
like that works for you, and it's perfect. For me, I try to shoot one time live on Facebook, and I compare it from my Instagram and my YouTube. It's like, don't even try it again. It's like, no, girl.
No, I think with us, at one point we're gonna do a drunk Q&A.
Yeah, drunk Q&A.
But drunk live.
Oh wow, I'm interested in that one.
But there's gonna be a limit that we have to stop because we're not gonna.
Things are kind of crazy when alcohol.
We're not gonna black out and just start throwing everything out there that maybe shouldn't be told. Then
start throwing hands.
There goes our jobs. Start throwing everything.
I got a question for you. So what drives you? What defeats that monster inside you, telling you know what, this is not it?
You know what? I would say courage, honestly, because how I'm telling you, like when I first started, yes, it's how you say, like I would post pictures first. Then one of my friends actually reached out to me. She's like, you should start shooting lives on YouTube, make your own YouTube channel so you can get paid and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, let's try it. Dude, like the first time I tried it, I was just literally like this, like, what the heck am I doing? And it was shooting still. So I was like, you know what? No, let's just screw everything up and let's just erase it. And whenever I have the courage, but it takes a lot of courage for you to actually film. Because it's different. Like when you're doing live, how I'm saying, is you talking to them, straight to them. So you could get out of nowhere nervous. And when you're like behind the scenes, it's different because you can erase, like if you mess up a little bit mistake, you can erase it and keep editing. But once it goes live, it's just like, ooh.
It's out there.
Yes, it's out there. Whatever you did, it's out there. Yeah. I think I erased one because there was this guy that he was being very rude to me. He was cussing me out. And I was going live, so I didn't know how to respond to that because I'm not a person, like a violent person, Yeah. Even like you're from California, but I'm not a violent person. So then he kept saying like comments like, oh, you're so fucking ugly. Why do you wear so much makeup? Like my mom would never let me marry you. And I was just like, it was a point where I literally blew up. Like I was just doing my makeup and I was like, hey you guys, just ignore these comments, whatever. I just blew up on him like, you know what? I don't know what kind of mother raised him up, whatever. Like I got literally mad. So I was like, you know what guys? Let me just stop this, block him and reshoot it. And then from there I was like, no, that's no more life. So there's people like very.
So
very
This is trolls and people just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
stuff shit.
Either they're gonna like you or they're gonna hate you.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at that point you also gotta learn how to contain, control your emotions. Like
And it's hard. It's hard because first I was like, I got this. Like the 10 comment, like I can feel my blood just like boiling. I was like, girl, if you say something, you're going live, and then boom, I just came out of nowhere. You know what? About whatever.
So I have to ask because I would do this a lot back like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch a lot of? It's a term called hustle porn. So hustle porn is basically where you see a lot of motivational people telling you can do this, you can do that, and you get this high like, yeah, I can do it too, and then
It just like falls.
it just falls. Like you get, or you procrastinate yourself. So
Like
where
you can
just
picture yourself like, I can do it.
or you just keep watching those videos and then you keep, I'm gonna do it, look this person, but you never pull the trigger.
That's when I first started coming up. Yeah, that's how it was. I was like, watch this famous YouTuber that she would do her makeup so freaking bomb, and I was like, I could do this, I'm pretty sure. So I'm doing it. I was like, no, never mind, I can't. I have to stop or anything what I'm doing. And I didn't have the courage enough to keep doing the makeup. And it was just like my friends actually the ones that motivated me, the ones from California. One of them actually stood out to me. She's like, I'm telling you, keep doing it, keep doing YouTubes, keep doing that. It's gonna sound very weird, I don't know if you guys have done it, but how I started getting comfortable to talk like in the camera, I started talking to myself in the mirror. That's one key that it was just like, yeah, it sounds weird, but it helped me out a lot.
That's not the first time.
Are you okay in there? Who are you talking to? Myself? Yeah, you're going to the hospital.
Like this is how I started. Like I started recording, and then it was one point when my brother was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Trying to see if I could get into this." So I'd be like, "Hey, you guys, welcome to my YouTube channel." I was like, "Okay, no, that was way too long." Hey, you guys, welcome to the point where it was just like, you know what? Just be yourself. So like, hey, you guys, what's up? This is Cindy. So today we'll be doing so and so and so. And it took me a lot. Like I think like literally every day I would look myself in the mirror, put the makeup in front of me, just kind of picture like if the mirror was my camera. And I would get nervous, guys. It was just a mirror between me and the mirror, but I would still get nervous. I started getting shaken. I was like, oh my god, it's just a mirror, you know? But that's how I started feeling the courage.
When you do a lot of research when it comes to building videos and how to do them, because you're always trying to build your craft to perfection. Is there ever a point where you would just do research to kill time? That you were just, because I heard this saying from, I watched this series called London Real by Brian Rose. He does podcasts and interviews. I think he said that research is just procrastination and disguise. Like you convince yourself, I'm just researching, but in reality, you're scared.
Yes.
Or you're just trying to convince yourself, no, I'm just trying to be ready, but in reality, you're just trying to waste time.
Like,
So when you decide to finally say, all right, today's the day
that is gonna, this is the day that we're just gonna go all out. Whatever we mess up or whatever, but let's just.
But a lot of people just, I'm researching how to do this, but they never actually.
Like how you said, they never pull the trigger to actually throw themselves out there. Yeah.
Did you ever do that a lot when you were first starting?
Yes. Yeah, a lot of the times. And it was hard. It was hard when I first started because I just didn't know, like, was I ever gonna be good enough? Were people gonna like me? Or I just couldn't step up. Like, I just couldn't.
All right, guys, let's start talking this one because we've been talking over. I don't know. You have anything you want to ask or something before I get into the grilled questions?
Oh my god, I wasn't ready the questions.
No, these are intros.
It was like,
I guess you can go to the questions and I'll think of something.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and ask it on.
You go first on this
All
one.
right. It's the one that we talked about.
Is that what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So when it comes to the category of makeup artist, what gives you the right to say that you're a makeup artist?
I'm a makeup artist. I would say because I earned it.
No, something. How do you earn it if you haven't had any sponsorships? Your brand's not out there. You don't have that much followers. And I'm not attacking you. I'm just asking from a fan, from a normal person's point of view.
Well,
like if they're introducing, this is my friend saying she's a makeup artist. Who the fuck are you?
No.
What gives you the right to tell me as an individual I'm a makeup artist? What the fuck have you done?
No, and I'm not attacking you again.
I
know, 'cause it's like-
My reaction to that will be just try to get on it right away. Like tell them, okay, I do this certain makeup. If you guys want to be more familiar, then you can go ahead and do go to my YouTube channel so you guys can get to know me more. But my makeup points are like always knowledgeable. Like I try to teach as much as I can. Like if they have something wrong, it's like, hey, you need to do this.
What if this makeup thing fails? What if Instagram goes out?
If it's too
Because you know,
Kind of already did.
Yeah, I mean, technically,
I'm doing my thread on YouTube still.
I don't think it's
So
going.
if it goes
I don't think
there,
it's going down at good time. So sure, the popularity might be going down, but it's not like Vine where it got
like completely.
completely cut off.
Yeah.
Because they've added. Instagram went from a picture app, so now people doing episodes, like a mini YouTube community. I mean, they wouldn't be. Snapchat just added the Bitmoji stories.
Yes.
So that's how you know when an app is doing good so far, where they keep adding features.
It's also that's also you're doing something right because other apps are copying.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Well,
remember when everything got stories? Remember that?
Oh, I remember when Instagram first had
Snapchat blew
videos.
up and like
Yeah,
also then
I
Facebook.
remember when Instagram first had videos and being like,
Everybody was like, rest in peace, Vine, and we didn't take it seriously. And
Here we are.
chop.
and then stories. I think Instagram was the first one with stories, right? No, but obviously Snapchat. But then I think Instagram copied it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I got to Facebook and I was like, what the fuck? And then I hate those so and so updated the story.
Oh, you're like, what the
And I'm like, why?
Or like this person went live. Who's that person again?
Who? No, but so what would happen if Instagram goes on? Because I know that's your main platform at the moment.
I would honestly say that if that were to fall down, I mean, I guess pick up to where I left off, like doing makeup again.
But where?
Trying to see, like, Paso starting off.
No, but where? Which platform?
Or do you mean just like set up shop?
Yeah, set up like a shop or so. Or if not, giving out my cards. And then, I mean, it always, like I said, it takes that one person to get to know you so they can blow up. Like, hey, you can become this makeup artist for this artist or for this so-and-so.
I think I would have gone to the Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, well...
Only because there's a lot more users in Facebook.
On Facebook.
And instead of making cards, you could have done digital advertising. Cost a lot less and reach a lot more people.
Mm-hmm.
And you can narrow it down from... Because your audience will most likely be from 18 to like 30, 35.
No, not
Give or
even.
take.
Her viewership could be even a little girl
Yeah,
just
but
wanting to experiment. Like,
Okay, but how many of them actually have access throughout the day?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
okay, I'll give it on.
I say 18 because a lot of them are already out of high school. So a lot of them, from 18 to 35, you narrow it down to obviously mostly females. Obviously, there's male makeup artists.
Yeah.
But a lot of them demographically is females.
Mm-hmm.
To the local area for $35, you reach 3,000 people instead of making 3,000 cards, and then most of them get thrown to the trash. That's why I was asking, what's your backup pillar
Well, yeah.
content?
It would be definitely Facebook and then YouTube. Like, keep shooting both of them.
Spread out.
Yeah, keep spreading my name out there.
What about Snapchat?
Snapchat, I do have a Snapchat, but it's like a personal, but in case of anything, yeah, then I would definitely go in
That
there.
one's kind of hard.
It is hard.
Because your content gets erased.
Right away, like one little mistake or one messed up, that someone get offended and boom, just you know.
Yeah.
Don't buy.
I mean, it's becoming like Facebook. Facebook's kind of like that now.
I don't know. I've been in Facebook jail like 3 times. Don't ask me
post.
Yeah. Don't ask me the memes I post because I'm probably gonna get somebody fucking fired up. But I've been in that jail 3 times. But I mean, Snapchat is and your content gets erased within 24 hours. That's a platform that I think it's hard to stay as business because people don't get to see.
Because some of them they're working or some of them out of time. And
So they can go a whole day without seeing your stuff,
Yes.
and then you're gonna miss on a potential client, customer, listener.
Yeah, I
viewer.
definitely think Snapchat would be a hard way to go, but it's definitely doable because of like the whole subscription thing or subscribers.
You know what that means?
What?
I had to look this up. When you have somebody that says that you're a subscriber to them, that means they deleted you.
Does it?
Yeah, I looked it up.
What?
When you go on Snapchat and it says that you're subscribed to somebody, it's because they either deleted you or blocked you to a certain extent.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Can you explain it to me about 5?
I'll break it down Barney style. So let's say,
Oh,
Let's
like
say you
this.
have me as a friend.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
and
Okay.
she deleted you or blocked
You
you,
delete me or block me. Right.
and then you're like, why am I being under the subscribe? But you don't see any of her stories. It's just on the categories subscription. That means that they deleted you off their friends list, basically. Oh, because usually on
Wait.
mutual friends, you're still gonna see some of their stuff.
Oh wow!
And
And is
I-
there like a little thing where you can actually just like
Delete them? I don't know
Delete 'em
yet.
completely?
I have to
That's
look that
true
up.
because like when that happens,
that makes sense?
like you don't have the chat option.
Mm-hmm. You
Yeah.
just see, tap, 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 and then that's it.
Okay, wow.
That's weird because I have like girls that I'm subscribed to and I don't know how, but it's since I added them. Since I added them, I've had that. And for instance, I can't say her name, but a friend I grew up in high school with. She's always a popular girl, so she has people following her left and right. Obviously, always a pretty makeup girl. I added her on Snapchat and I was automatically a subscriber, but I could still comment, I could still like send her stuff, and I've had full blown conversations with this girl. So that's kind of weird to me.
No, I guess it's just whoever gives them access because at that point they have control.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't know because I was like, okay, what's subscribe? What's subscription mean? I looked it up and yeah, turns out that they either deleted you or they have you blocked to a certain extent.
Interesting.
I was like, I don't want to be subscribed to your ass anymore.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm about to delete some people.
All out or all in? You take me out or we're still...
Now you're gonna see us tonight and I like just going to like you should delete it.
Start exposing people right now.
You.
I'm doing that right now.
Subscription Isaac. Oh.
Hey Scott, it says you're subscribed to me.
Not anymore.
There's lots of people there, but
Can't be subscribed to if I don't have Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
But I guess I just want to ask, what was your second backup pillar of content if Instagram goes?
Facebook, yeah, Facebook and then YouTube.
What do you do to try and market yourself out there? Try to put yourself-
Trying to post more of my pictures or just be like, hey guys, no YouTube on this one so. But I use for anything I use more Instagram. I haven't.
But I mean, like, what do you use on Instagram
Like as
to get organic traffic?
well, post them in my stories, and then link the channel so that way you can go straight to it.
You know what's helped our Instagram page? Hashtags. If you,
Oh really? You know what? One of my friends told me about that.
because
Hashtags.
well, if you notice a lot of on the Instagram, the first comment, if it's not them or me or someone else, it's 20 hashtags. Now the reason is because when somebody looks that up, you're gonna come out eventually, and that's just people
So-
coming in.
Is there like a specific like if you put 5 hashtags?
You try to put 15 to 20, and you put stuff that's relatable to that content.
Oh, okay, yes, okay, now I understand.
So
Yeah,
for
that's
you,
what I do.
hashtag M.U.A, hashtag makeup, hashtag artist, hashtag female empowerment. You start putting stuff like that, and then people that look that up, they're like, oh, who's this? Boom. And they either-
Because right now the one that I'm doing is, of course, when I'm doing the makeup, I hashtag like a lot more free or Wet n Wild stuff like that, but I haven't actually tried that.
No, to do that, but as a comment, not as a caption.
Oh,
As a comment, not as a caption.
Is there a difference if you do it?
From what I understand, that when people do it in comment, it brings you fall under the hashtag more. Like when people look it up, you're
like I comment on my own picture.
Yeah,
like,
you
of course, when
comment
I
on your own
okay.
picture.
Wow,
I don't know
that's
why it works that
interesting.
way. I'm trying to find a way to explain it. But if you go through any of your favorite like artists or local people, they're trying to blow up. First comment is them with 20 hashtags or 30 hashtags.
Okay.
And try it out. Try one with your caption and try one in the comment, and you'll see that the one in the comment has a lot more traffic coming in, organic, not paid.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, this is why Ricardo's part of the social.
Yeah,
He's our social team.
Like,
No, it's just something that I've learned from Gary. I've learned from doing it on my own. That it's better just to do it as comment than as on caption.
oh, okay. And it's interesting you're telling me that because my friend told me to like tag like that brands, but I didn't know if like she was telling me tag yourself like hashtags like on the comments.
Yeah, tag.
Like what?
No, tag your. Be the first comment,
Oh, okay.
and then that also when somebody goes into your page, oh look, somebody already commented. Boom, and yeah, it'll be you, but you already got their views, already got their attention. Because remember, we have times. Our span is like 30 seconds. Ever try showing somebody a video and they're right away they're like,
Yeah.
how long it is?
Yeah.
They're like, motherfucker, I'm telling you to watch this video for a reason. You're like, oh, how long is it? Be like, hey, you're not bitching when that girl's sending you nudes. You know what kind of shit like that is.
Can you get about those 10 seconds?
Those 10 seconds, now you don't mind, huh? But yeah, just I guess when somebody goes through, it might be you as the first comment, but you already got their attention. Oh, this person seems cool, and then like,
Oh, thanks for
and then it's just little by little by little. Like a lot of our followers have been like fake profiles, but there's been a lot that have been commenting, like, other than you.
Yeah.
Because I know you've been one of our big supporters.
Yes.
I mean, people have been actually liking. There's a photographer from here who's been liking a lot of our stuff.
You know what? I've been getting like personal friend requests from a lot of people who have like businesses, but I thought it was just like I was like, oh, it's just a spam account or whatever.
Yeah,
But that makes more sense because ever since you took over, all the social media has been recurring. So now I'm thinking like, damn, I should probably start accepting people.
same.
I should probably start accepting people because what if they're trying to network? But
A lot of them that I've been getting, especially on the page, has been like realtors, which could be cool in a way because they are businessmen in general. They have their own little product. I don't want to say little, but they have the product that they gotta sell. But I mean, a lot of them, they oversell themselves from being too perfect. And if what I think would be best if we would connect with somebody that's more real.
Yes.
Because why am I gonna try to do business with a realtor that has a Lambo, but he rented it for the day just to do a photo shoot, and in reality that fucker can't even sell like 2 houses in 3 months. So I mean, it's also. I mean,
it sounds like a pyramid scheme kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I get you. I mean, like that person that I was telling you guys about that actually likes. I don't think I've told you. Do you know who Diamond Cut? That's his name, the Super Soldier.
Yeah, that's something like that.
He's known as a Super Soldier because of his fucking workouts, and this fool's a fucking beast. He's verified because he has the blue check mark and everything. He's in Fort Bliss, I guess, or in El Paso. Fort Bliss, and he's been liking a lot of our stuff.
And that's awesome. That's freaking awesome.
Because he has a big following, and he has his own. He's made a brand of himself, and the fact that he's been liking our stuff, whether it's be him or whoever's or his staff, there's a reason they're liking our stuff.
And that shows a lot because I mean, it's someone that is like so big
Like,
that took a little bit of the time to look at your stuff.
even if it's something little,
Yeah, it's a 2-second look. Like it's a look.
and it's better to get 2-second attention than no attention at all.
Yes.
All right, well, really quick, because we gotta wrap this one up. It's almost an hour for this one, and the recording for Anchor is only doesn't let you that long. But any advice for girls that want to start it that are kind of too scared to make that leap?
I would say honestly, use the mirror. Use the mirror. Try to practice as much as you can blending. The more blending you'll be like, you'll get like to a master. And like I said, it's not gonna happen from one night to another. It's just gonna take like time. For me, it took me a few months, almost to a year, to get like to the point where I'm at now. And just trust yourself. Just build confidence. Talk to the mirror, which is gonna sound very weird for some of you, but the mirror is the main key. So that way, you guys can build that confidence and be comfortable. Once you start like posting pictures or shooting on the camera, then you're gonna be more comfortable, more like strong confidence.
Well, hopefully, we see more makeup artists around town.
Hopefully you can.
Because, I mean, in a good way, it's good for you because the market's low, so that means you have time to expand. But at the same time, it can also show that there's no growth. There could be no growth in that area. That's why, again, it could be good or bad. So it really depends on the situation. So hopefully there's a lot more to come up. Hopefully you get to collaborate a lot with them or show them the ways. I mean, you never know. Even though
there was one thing I wanted to say for any makeup artists out there that are barely starting off. Like me, how I started, I follow a lot of YouTubers that are super famous. So how I started coming up in this is I started watching their videos, a lot of their makeup pictures, and it'd be like, can I overstep my boundaries over them? Can I outdo them? That's one thing important that you guys can actually pay more attention and actually just do it. Like, look at your idol and see if you can get to her level or even outdo her. So that way, then next thing you know, you'll just be pretty bad.
I think I heard from Drake or J. Cole in the song a long time ago. Work until your idols become your rivals.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that makes in a way it's like, why would you want that? But in a good way, it's because you've gone to their status. You're on their level. All right, let's compete because may the best man or woman win. All right, guys. I think that's it for episode 10.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you
You know.
for having me. That's all I can say.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
much
For your
having me.
support ever since,
Yeah, ever since we
the
started.
first episodes.
Social media plugins.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and actually, I'm gonna start doing some things. So if you can give you want to throw out your Instagram where everybody can follow you.
Oh yes, it's under Cindy's Beauty Glam. It's gonna be spelled Sindi apostrophe Beauty Glam, and it's gonna be just nothing capitalized all together.
Together.
Mhm.
Cool, and I'll be throwing that up like maybe right here. We'll see.
And then also, if you guys want to follow me on my YouTube channel as well, it's the same name.
Same
Same
name?
as Beauty Glam, yeah.
All right, for those that want to tell their friends to follow us, just tell us to follow us at Instagram at BRUTT_honest podcast. Instagram didn't let me put brutally because the first time I did it locked me out.
Like you have
Aw.
this
So I had to find a way to go around it.
Yeah.
But and then also look for us on Facebook through Brutally Honest and Apple Podcasts and Anchor, and hopefully by a week or two get us on Spotify.
Spotify, YouTube, and actually we're looking at Twitch. So keep on looking at us.
Ooh,
We're gonna
nice.
start spreading. So hopefully you guys enjoy this episode, and I think the next one we're gonna have a lot more directors, a lot more local people here.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
All right, guys. See you guys later.
Bye.
Later.